it's Shell from Scrap Secrets and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is the monthly challenge from myself and Marie from Marie's Vermont Creations. Our theme this month was to create a summer scene card. Well, I'm going to be using some dies from Honeybee Stamps called the Shoreline Scene Builder, as well as the Colorful Life Design Cloud Stencil. We're going to start off with the background. I took a piece of white cardstock that measures 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to be using some dried marigold with some kitsch flamingo and putting color on the background first before we use the stencil. When I was looking at photos for inspiration for a sunset scene, I realized that when I do the sky, normally I'll do like a strip of the orange and then a strip of the pink, but it's really more of the sky being mixed colors, so I wanted to see how this would work out. I'm going to take the stencil and then go back and forth between those two brushes and just add some color on. Unfortunately, I do add a little bit too much of the kitsch flamingo on the left-hand side, and then to fix that, I'll just take the brushes and go over it a little bit without the cloud stencil. So you can see it right there on the left-hand side. It's a little bit too pink. I could have left it because there are always parts of the sky that are darker than others, but I just decided to go back in and try to blend it out with the remaining ink on the brushes. So now I'm going to be coloring in some of the die cut pieces with some Copic markers. I was going to go ahead and use some distress oxides to color these in, but I decided that I'm going to go ahead and use some Copics. So I'm going to be using a couple shades of blue for the umbrella, same on the chair, and then I'm going to move on to using distress oxides on the water and then the reflection and then the sun that's going to be setting. So while you're watching me do this, I thought that I would give you a little bit of story time because it's been a while since I have done a video, so I just wanted to kind of let you know what's been going on. A couple of videos back, I had told you guys I had an announcement, so I was going back to school, and I did my orientation a couple weeks ago, and then this week was my first 2 weeks of classes. So Monday night was my very first one, and then Wednesday was my second one. So I go Monday and Wednesday nights. And it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I was so nervous about going back because it has been, oh my goodness, 14 years since I've got my master's degree. So it's been a long time since I've been in school. And so the Monday night professor, he only has an hour class. It's supposed to be an hour and a half, and he said he likes nice round numbers, so we did an hour class. Really easy, which was great for me because I was actually away. I had an appointment really early the next morning, 3.5 hours away from my house, so I was away for the first class. The second class, it was a professor that I had 20-something years ago at that same school. So that was really interesting. And he said he did remember me. I had said I went to the school and what my major was. And he was like, I thought I recognized you. So I didn't even tell him I had him as a professor, and he recognized me. So that professor is actually 80 years old. And he's very interesting. I think I told you guys about the syllabus and you know, what his expectations were, that he doesn't need to read the book, we need to read the book. So I wasn't sure how, I kind of remember him from undergrad. I didn't remember him being like kind of a jerk, but he's just he tells it like it is. So it was a very, very interesting first week. I have some assignments that I have to do, so I will be working on school stuff this weekend. So it's going to be good, but unfortunately my videos are going to be few and far between, except for the Christmas series. So Marie and I are still doing that this year, and we are starting very soon. So can't wait for you guys to see those videos too. Okay, so that's kind of what's been going on with me. The cats are good. Oreo actually had his first visit to the vet. He had some hot spots that we had to get taken care of. So we're giving him medicine, have to give him allergy pills, and have to see if maybe switching his litter or switching his food. We're going to try to eliminate some things and see if he gets any better, or if it's just one thing we were thinking that it could be is a reaction to Lucy no longer being here, because he's been having hot spots for a little while. I didn't think they were that close. So it could be some of the change and me leaving a little bit more now, because, with just having the two of the boys, it's a little bit easier for me to travel for work now. So I am traveling a little bit more. Oh, I don't know. It could be a combination of everything. It could be environmental. So the vet and I are working closely to make sure that his hot spots get healed. But he's doing good otherwise. And Brownie is just a crazy lunatic. They were running around during my Wednesday night class, and they were causing chaos and just running and jumping on all of the furniture as I was trying to concentrate on class. All right, so let's get back to the card. If you notice that I did the water piece, and I did it so that the middle part was the lightest, so where it would be the reflection. Unfortunately, because of where I had to place the sun, because there was kind of a little boo-boo that I wanted to cover up, I should not have done the reflection in the center. I actually should have done it over to the left-hand side a little bit more, but again, live and learn. This is just the first time I've ever used this die set. So I was trying something new, and, it just didn't work. It didn't work out with how I had it planned in my mind. So now I'm going to be adding the waves to the shoreline. These are really, really cute. And what would be fantastic with them is that puff. Sometimes you can use it for snow. You can do the puff, it's a puff pen, and that's definitely not the word for it, but I think you guys probably know what I'm talking about, and add maybe a little bit of white glitter to it to kind of make it shine. I just was not in a glittery, doing a ton of extra things mood. Sometimes I am, and sometimes I'm not. I was having kind of creator's block when I was creating this card. I really didn't know. I was back and forth on a lot of different ideas, and I couldn't come up with one. And then I was like, I haven't used this die set yet, so let's just use this to create a scene. So now I'm using just 2 brushes that I had with some Distress Oxide in brown on it, just colored in a little bit of the sand. Sometimes I would have actually probably used either the sand background dye that just has a bunch of dots on it, or sometimes I would use Copic markers, again, for texture on the sand. I think I was just being kind of lazy. I did put the umbrella on and cut the bottom of it off a little bit. I didn't want the umbrella to be as tall as it was. I wanted it to make it look like it was going into the sand, and then have the chair kind of over top of the edge of it, so it looks like it's behind, the chair is in front of the umbrella. After the chair is glued down, we're going to take a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch black card base and attach the scene to it. You can notice that I kind of messed up. I practiced on the back of this first, and I didn't love the way it looks. I do like it better now. We're going to glue that to the card base, and then you're going to see Oreo was helping me out a little bit. You're going to see his tail in there. But that is the end of the card. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have comments or questions, please feel free to leave them below. Make sure you check out Marie's channel, which will be linked in the more information section, and I'll see you again real soon for another video. Bye!